Hello, everyone. This is Devin Thorpe for the Crowdfund Beat. We apologize for the late start of this show. We're excited to have with us today Jack Conte, who is the CEO and founder of Patreon, a crowdfunding site for creators, and half of Pomplamoose. Pomplamoose. What is it?
Pomplamoose.
Pomplamoose. See, clearly I am a new fan of Jack's now that he is the CEO and founder of Patreon, but he has an audience that goes way back, who are the fans of Pomplamoose, and I am new to Pomplamoose. But Jack, thank you very much for joining us. It's fun to have you, and great to talk with you.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for having me.
So tell us, give us 30 seconds of what is Pomplamoose.
Pomplamoose is a band that I'm in. We upload music to YouTube, and we've been doing that since 2007. Yeah, I mean, it's a group with my girlfriend, and we put out music and make videos, and that's it.
I think I'm a new fan. I can't wait to spend more time watching Pomplamoose perform. Tell us what Patreon is, and what on earth is the connection between Pomplamoose and Patreon?
Yeah, so Patreon is like an ongoing Kickstarter. Patreon is a company that I started with my co-founder Sam Yam about 14 months ago, and the purpose of the company is to basically help creators like Pomplamoose and me with our ongoing work. So it helps us fund our ongoing work. Instead of asking for $200,000 to go make an album or to make a movie or to write a book, Patreon is more for people who are releasing ongoing works. So Pomplamoose is coming out with a new video every 2 weeks. We come out with about 2 videos a month. And we don't need $200,000 up front to do that. All we need is a salary so that we can keep making videos. So Patreon allows fans to become patrons and to pledge on a recurring basis, so $5 per video or $1 per video. Or some fans are pledging $100 per video. But it basically just allows fans to pledge a set amount per video or per month, and basically creates a recurring pledge stream from fans so that creators can do their thing.
It really is an important advance in the crowdfunding world. Tell us a little bit about the mechanics. Most of our audience is familiar with Kickstarter, and so perhaps you could just give us a comparison so that we could figure out how it differs in operation and how you set it up and the way the rewards function and all the rest.
Yeah, sure. So it's different in that everything recurs. The payments recur, the rewards recur, the relationships recur. Nothing ends. So in a Kickstarter where you would promise a single reward and you would fulfill, deliver, and then you're done. On Patreon, creators are often coming out with monthly rewards or rewards per content. So for instance, every time Pomplamoose releases a new video and a new song, we send stem tracks to our fans and an MP3 download of the new song, and whatever it is. And that basically creates an ongoing relationship between the patrons and the creators, which is nice for a lot of reasons. One, the creator gets this community of people around their work that want to fund their work. It's an amazingly engaged, tight-knit community. For instance, we posted on our Patreon page yesterday when our album came out, and within a couple hours, we have 1,500 patrons, and we had 150 comments on this post within a few hours. That's a 10% comment rate, which is like unheard of. On Facebook, we have 130,000 likes, and when we posted a post on Facebook, I think we got 120 comments. So the comment rate there is just, it's so small. Anyway, the point is, Patreon is like a very engaged community of people who want to fund your work. They want to be involved. They want to help you make more. And Patreon is a way to maintain those connections with fans, to reward them for contributing, on a continuous basis, and for the fans to feel closer to the creator as well.
Well, this is really an exciting model. I'm thrilled to hear about it. Tell us a little bit about how, when the relationship ends, tell us, this perpetuity seems scary, I think, to some who would pledge. It seems like a huge obligation to some of the creators? How does one end the relationship?
Yeah, so I mean, whenever you want, you can delete your pledge, you can change your pledge. If you're pledging $100 because you have some amazing job and then you get fired, you can lower your pledge to $1 a month or whatever it is. It's all editable at any time. So I mean, you're not locked in for anything. There's no contract. It's totally editable for anyone.
What about the creator? What if the creator stops creating or wants to stop creating? What's the express obligation of the creator?
There's no obligation to the creator. That's one of the things nobody has done this yet like Patreon is doing it. I sound, not that I'm bragging or anything, but there was a very specific intention here. I don't come out with work every month. The 2 years before Patreon came out, I was in learning mode. I was in my studio learning new production techniques, learning new software, learning about synthesis, learning music production. I wasn't releasing stuff on a regular basis. Still, I haven't released a song on my personal Patreon page, my personal channel, since October. But none of my patrons are being charged because I'm not releasing anything, right? So that's the beauty of it. Since it's per work, you can go for a year, and then when you're finally ready to release something, then people will get charged again because you've actually been releasing work. So, if it were like a fan club where you're paying every month, that wouldn't work, because then it forces the creator to put something out every month, regardless of whether they're in production mode or not. So yeah, that's like a very specific, may seem like a minor tweak to do per content as opposed to per month, but it actually makes all the difference in the world, especially for creators who aren't on some arbitrary, rigorous, timely schedule of, okay, one song a week, and then if I don't come out with 4 songs, then I have to just put out one anyway so that my patrons feel like I'm still putting out material. I mean, that's a terrible mechanism to involve yourself in. So,
but there are some people who use Patreon on a calendared basis, right?
Yes. So people who, there are webcomics who, for the last 8 years, they've been putting out a webcomic every day of their life. It doesn't make sense for them to do a per content campaign. So they use Patreon for monthly contributions. They plan on making webcomics indefinitely into the future. One thing we are going to have is a pause button for creators and for patrons. So, if they're on a monthly campaign and they say, you know what, I need 6 months off, I have to go travel and get inspired to do my thing, they put their campaign on pause, nobody gets charged.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Jack, this is an amazing advance in crowdfunding. I'm really thrilled to learn about it, and thank you for taking the time to share it with us. Can you tell people how to find you, connect with you, how to use Patreon, where to find it on the internet, et cetera, et cetera?
Totally. Patreon.com. Pretty easy. Patreon. And if you want to email us, you can email us at hello@patreon.com. And then just go to Patreon, click sign up, and it walks you through a pretty easy flow.
Fantastic. Well, Jack, thank you very much. I wish you all the success in the world.
Take care.
All righty. Let's do some good.